Wenn ich das benennen will, würde ich meinen,
Birth is literally heavy labour,
so etwas wie Schwerstarbeit ist.
but hard physical labour isn't that common nowadays, is it? We use machines and all sorts of things to make our work easier.
Uns ja immer die Arbeit, aber was hilft
But
uns
what
denn?
good would it do if I were to stand here and say giving birth means just a little relaxation work, some leaning on this or that, and then you're all set?
Es ist
It's hard work.
Arbeit.
Holding up here causes the pelvis to relax.
Es macht
Leaning on something relieves the pelvis of pressure from the weight of the upper body. But the muscle system here is so ingeniously designed that by hanging onto something, the baby's head can actually descend deeper more easily.
das Kind leicht tiefer treten kann durch
In a hanging position, the shell can pull back, so to speak, reducing counterpressure on the head. The pelvic floor becomes more flexible. You could say punctum fixum punctum mobile.
also
So being stable up here gives flexibility in the pelvic area.
locker sein.
But it's also quite simply a wonderful position that feels good, is good for your spine, and facilitates delivery.
Und die Geburt halt auch fördert. Zum
By taking away counterpressure, the baby's head can more easily descend, no matter where it is.
Also wenn wir
If we list the forces of expulsion, in other words, the forces that expel the baby out, then we have on the one hand gravity and the ingenious interconnections of our muscles that mutually affect one another and that allow counterpressure to be taken away.
Druck weggenommen wird.
And then we have, of course, the contractions and the uterus. The uterus makes the expulsion contractions. Sometimes you can see it really lifting the abdomen. The uterus causes this to happen. That's one of the forces. So you've got expulsion forces, the upright position, holding on, a firm foothold, musculature, uterus with the contractions, and at most the woman has to exert only a quarter of the force necessary to push out the baby. What we're going to do now is part of the opening, in other words, the phase where the baby's head is in a good position and now just has to descend.
Ja, es muss weitergehen. Und deshalb, da ist halt diese
This chair is very nice because the man can sit behind the woman comfortably. Otherwise, she could sit on his lap, or he could sit on a chair and she could sit on a stool in front of him. You can do it that way too. But with this chair, it's ideal because the cloth rope should in fact come from the front and towards you.
von vorne kommen. Jetzt nimmst du
Now, you take hold of the rope like this. Is that okay? You can also take one section in each hand, but it's better to take the whole rope in both hands and hold it like this. Then slightly twist your wrists around it.
also
Now you can hold her sides. Towards the end of the delivery, this is a great way to breathe into your sides. If the woman's partner is holding her there, she can breathe into them more easily. That's something you can practice together a bit, breathing against his hands. In the abdominal area too, the partner can place his hands there and apply a little pressure. Now, let's imagine you're being really loud at this point. I'll do it with you. You breathe into your sides and then you can really pull on the rope.
einem Ho. Ho, genau.
Exactly. Pull, that's right.
Merkst du was? Kannst ruhig deinen Kopf
You can tilt your head down like that and
ha, 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 an.
hold your breath and pull.
Und ha, 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 an.
Hold your breath and pull.
Ja?
Normally you'd keep the air in. You'll see whether it's then right to push or not. Just hold it.
Nur anhalten, das sieht man.
The midwife will tell you whether you should push harder or less. That won't be clear until during the actual birth.
Musik.